What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fluffinutta back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Captain America 4 Brave New World movie, and I waited a little bit to give my review on this movie. That way everybody could get a chance to watch it before I talk about it, because I want to talk about it, and this is your chance to leave and click off this video because there will be spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. I would highly recommend to go see it if you care enough to watch it. I know the movie isn't doing too great right now, but you know, that being said, you have been warned. But before I get into the spoilers in today's video, be sure to hit that like button to let me know if you want to see more content like this. It also does help out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're new. That way you stay up to date to all my future videos. Yeah, anyway, let's talk about it. So, Captain America 4, Brave New World. This was a movie I had a lot of low expectations for, mostly because when I watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I will be doing a rewatch of that and a review of it, so maybe my thoughts will change after rewatching it, but I know I disliked the show when I initially watched it. First of all, I want to just clarify that at the end of Endgame, I actually was excited to see Sam take up the mantle as Cap. However, when I started watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, I immediately did not want him to take up the mantle, because it's almost like it was a different type of writing, and I almost feel like this show set a low bar for me liking him as Cap. I don't know, it's one thing for him to be like Steve's sidekick pretty much, and like hardcore, you know, working with Steve for all this and standing by him all this time, to then go into the show, decide to put the shield up in a museum when he was entrusted to be the next Captain America. I mean, at that point, why not just give it to Bucky, who's been through more bullshit than Sam has? But that's besides the point. Yeah, he just puts it in a museum. Doesn't want it for over half of the series. Could have easily given this a chance to give it to Bucky, and then have Bucky not want it, and then Sam gets it back. You know, something like that. Something creative like that, instead of it just, you know, being a hindrance on Sam. If he really didn't want it, he should have told Steve that. And then he shits on Steve for like literally no reason, which makes no sense to his character, because he and Steve were best friends throughout the entirety of the Marvel films. Like, there was no... If there was any doubt in Sam's mind that Steve was this piece of shit, then why the fuck did he side with him in Civil War? Like, are you kidding me? And then in Endgame, continue to just fight alongside Cap, literally saying the line "on your left," which is like their whole basis of their friendship. Yeah, so the movie starts off with Sam and the new Falcon. I don't know his last name. I don't care. The new Falcon. I'm just gonna call him New Falcon. Sam and New Falcon are on a mission, defeating the Serpent, or trying to get something from the government, from the Serpent Society. The Serpent Society is about to steal some shit. Oh, I think it's adamantium, but they don't know it's adamantium yet. That's what they're there to steal. And so Sam and Falcon stop the Serpent Society. He goes up against Giancarlo Esposito. Not really. He goes up against one of Giancarlo Esposito's henchmen. Giancarlo fails. He gets arrested, put into a prison, so forth. They celebrate their massive victory, and he takes the new Falcon to train up with Isaiah Bradley, who is one of the first people to get injected with the super soldier serum in the comics, and was a secret experiment. And he was arrested for that by his own country, I think. I don't remember. I'm not too caught up on Isaiah Bradley's story. I also have wiped away every instance of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show out of my brain, so bear with me. And I'm also given I haven't seen the movie for over a week, so I'm kind of giving a rough recount of what happened. But they go to Isaiah Bradley's gym, to a gym where Isaiah Bradley's at, and they're training. And Sam gets a call saying that the White House or the president, whichever, wants him to be at this not a convention, but like this gathering. And so they go, and he convinces Isaiah to go, and they all get dressed up, looking nice in a limo, and they head to the White House for this big meeting and gathering. And they get there, some shit goes on where, they're taking pictures and stuff, they're acting like real celebrities, and then Sam separates himself from New Falcon and Isaiah and goes and talks to the president one-on-one, which is Thunderbolt Ross, now played by Harrison Ford. Due to the other guy that played him, I'm sorry I'm forgetting his name, but he sadly passed away. I believe his name was something Hurt, but he was a really good Ross. But Harrison does a pretty good job, in my opinion, playing Ross, and they even show like flashbacks and stuff where he has a mustache, which they hid that very well, and I wish they would have kept him with a mustache, because it looked so cool to see Harrison Ford with a mustache. That's just a little small thing, but so they get to talking. They discuss about, the whole, thing that happened with Civil War and stuff. And he even talks to Sam about how he wants to have him set up a way to get the Avengers started back up. Because, just in case there's a next level threat, after the events of Endgame, it'd kind of be necessary to have the people that helped save, humanity back protecting them, because they need protection still, and they're the best ones to do it for the job. Sam's a little reluctant to do it because he wouldn't even know where to start, but at least you're trying to set that up so that we can get prepared for Doomsday, which was really cool. So he goes back, sits his ass down, and listens to Harrison Ford give a speech about how they found adamantium from the Celestial from Eternals. I have never seen Eternals, and I probably will now that I'm doing reviews for this stuff. But so they're talking about how they found adamantium from this dead Celestial in the ocean. And everybody's kind of like fighting for it. Like every country wants a piece of this shit. And they stopped the Serpent Society from stealing it. And it's now in Japan's hands, and we're okay with Japan having it. So that's all cool and dandy until a weird sound plays, and Isaiah Bradley gets up and tries to shoot Harrison Ford, and then I think 4 other people get up and try to do the same thing as well, out of fucking nowhere, and Isaiah goes on the run because he doesn't end up succeeding. And then he ends up outside in the park. Sam and a bunch of, the Secret Service chase him down until they finally catch him. He realizes, or he doesn't realize, but he snaps out of whatever effect was held upon him. And he's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't understand. And Sam's trying to calm him down, but let him know, like, hey, bro, you just did some whack stuff. You're gonna have to get arrested. And he's like, oh, dude, I can't get arrested again. No, you can't do it. That's messed up, bro. And yeah, so he gets arrested, and then Sam spends like pretty much the majority of the movie trying to get him out. And he goes back to talk to Harrison Ford, and he's like, dude, what the fuck just happened? I want to investigate this. Something's messed up. Isaiah didn't willingly do this on his own. And Harrison's like, okay, fam, like you're taking this a little bit too personal here. Your boy just tried to fucking clap me, bro. That ain't how this shit works. I've already got my guys on it, and honestly, you're not Steve Rogers. Go fuck yourself. Like, you're a piece of shit. Like, completely 180s everything that he said, and like a fucking instant, basically backtracking everything. But apparently, not apparently, but it's just because he got, basically shit on in his own fucking home. Basically, it's like, imagine you're the president and get shot up. You're not gonna want somebody who is friends with who just shot at you one to investigate. It makes sense, but like, yeah, you get introduced to this female. I forget her name, but she's apparently in the comics a Black Widow, which is interesting. They don't really do a good job at letting you know that. But yeah. So Sam goes off on his little lonesome, and he's determined to get old boy Isaiah out of jail. And New Falcon is going to help him any way that he can. But on his way to go meet up with New Falcon, I don't remember what they were about to do, he gets stopped literally out of bumfuck nowhere by Giancarlo. Giancarlo's pissed off that he came in and clapped up his whole operation in the beginning. So he's now like fighting this dude in the middle of the road, like makes him crash and shit, and fucking is like shooting shit and like basically trying to fucking whack his ass in the middle of the street. Being a complete fucking badass, to be fair. But, Sam ultimately just kicks his ass ultimately, and he gets... Oh, wait, I don't think he gets arrested in the first one. I think Giancarlo escapes and then fucking, like, goes out for revenge on Captain America. And then that's when he get arrested. I was mistaken. But, it's whatever. He basically gets arrested in the beginning of the film, so it's like, who really cares? He's barely even in the movie. Well, I'm gonna be real, bro. As soon as I found out he was playing Sidewinder, I'm like, all right, whatever. But he didn't do a bad job, and honestly, probably the only reason I would ever even care for Sidewinder, to be fair, because let's just be real, it's fucking Sidewinder. Like, I would have preferred he played someone like Doctor Doom or Professor Xavier, but we got him as Sidewinder. So I mean, at least Sidewinder will be remembered because it was played by an actually decent actor. Anyways, after he gets arrested, Sam goes and talks to Isaiah one-on-one, trying to get more information. And then, so then they go back and try to do some investigating over the footage and stuff. And they discover that there was some stuff happening, and then that leads them to this excluded not excluded, but like a secret military base out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And so they spend like a long time driving. In the meantime, the Black Widow chick is realizing that Sam went to go talk to Isaiah, so she goes and does the same thing. However, when she gets there, she gets attacked because they are trying to kill Isaiah, and they killed all the other guys that were trying to kill the president alongside Isaiah, and Isaiah is the only one left alive. he honestly should have died because the dude had a chance to shoot him and then didn't for reasons. But it's because of the plot armor. Yeah, so while that's happening and all that stuff, Harrison realizes that Sam and New Falcon are on their way to the new facility, and he's like, yeah, you need to drop whatever the fuck you're doing at the prison, and you need to go and stop them from going to this facility. So then they make it to the facility, and they're exploring around, and they discover that whoever was sending out the signal was Mr. Blue, playing a song, Mr. Blue Sky, or something like that. And this is in reference to the Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton, where Mr. Blue was the name used by Professor Stearns, who is the leader. And they discover he was experimenting with gamma rays and stuff, and he was experimenting with gamma rays on a bunch of people. Isaiah Bradley was one of them, and he was able to get files on everybody, including our boy, Mr. President Harrison Ford. And as soon as they realize this, Samuel Stearns is behind them, and he's like, yeah, I basically have been doing this shit. I've been running this shit in the background. This shit's my crib, yo. Like, y'all thought you were just gonna walk up on my crib, think you were gonna just be some mad shit? Nah, dude. Ain't how this shit works. I've been running this shit. This is my game now, pussies. And, so they get some more information out of him. Apparently, instead of making his head look like the comics, they decided it would be cooler to just have his brain on the outside of his skull. I mean, a lot of people don't like it. I think it makes fucking sense for his character. I would rather him look like this than some Megamind knockoff, but that's just me. Yeah, so apparently he tells them that he was the one that was hired by the president to have the Serpent Society steal the adamantium in the beginning so that they could procure a treaty from Japan. You know, that was one of the big things that he wanted to do when he was president, when he became president, was say that they were going to get a treaty for this shit going. And Harrison Ford has apparently been using him ever since the events of The Incredible Hulk. He's kept him at this facility the entire time because he has a way to see the future and calculate it via probabilities on what's most likely to happen. And so he's able to know what's about to happen because of that. But I'm gonna be real, bro. This guy is like supposed to be so smart, but yet he's so dumb at the same time. Like, I don't know, like the dialogue's a little bit off throughout the whole movie. By this point is where it picks up though. It starts feeling like a normal Marvel movie. The dialogue in the beginning was cringe as fuck. I didn't get to that. I didn't talk about it. I've just kind of been reviewing it, but yeah, dog, it's fucking wild in the beginning. But by this point, it picks up and starts sounding a little bit better. And yeah, basically he's like, yeah, fuck him. I'm about to fucking destroy this dude's whole career because he locked me in here and told me that I was free to go after I helped him. I helped him. I'm still here. I'm pissed off now. He can go fuck himself. I'm going to destroy him in his career. And yeah, so Sam's like, fuck nah, bro, I'm gonna stop you. And then a fight ensues. Samuel Stearns escapes, or I'm just gonna call him the leader. The leader escapes, and Falcon and New Falcon, or Captain and New Falcon, are fighting some dudes that Stern sends to stop them, I guess. And the Black Widow chick actually comes and helps them out as well. She has like some cool fight scenes. I guess she like jumps off of a wall and I believe kicks or punches somebody, which is pretty cool. And then they become like best friends now, and she's gonna help them because something's weird and going on, and so that she helps them now. And sorry, I'm probably not doing the movie best justice, but I'm trying to recall. It's been a week, and I didn't take a lot of good notes other than my initial thoughts. But yeah, she decides to help them because she really wants to protect the president, and they tell her that he's trying to kill the president. So they go do their thing, and then Harrison tries to procure a treaty with Japan and fails to do so, and gets all pissed off and decides to enact war, because if Japan isn't going to allow us to share it, we're going to be like taking it ourselves, and they can go fuck themselves, basically. Which is a pretty big dick move, I would say. And then Sam and New Falcon end up running into the president before they take off and do their massive little war thing. And Sam has a one-on-one with him, like, "Hey, bro, I know about Sam Stern. I know about the leader. What you got something you want to tell us? Because they had a file on you, bro." And then basically like walks him down until Harrison's like, "Okay, fine. I did keep him, but it was because I was dying, and he kept me alive with these pills. But you know, it doesn't make it right. He knows he did wrong. He was just trying to do things right after some stuff because he wants his daughter to talk to him again, because he was kind of a dickhead. He realizes he was a dickhead and wants nothing more than to just talk to his daughter again. And you know, that felt good, hearing about Betty, because she's barely been involved in the MCU up until this point. So that was pretty cool moment. And basically Sam understands, but like tells him like it's not the way you should go about this, you know, it's kind of a bitch move. And Harrison's like, "All right, let's call it off." But then Japan starts to attack, and so Falcon and Captain America and New Falcon decide to take down Japan, but do it without the pilots dying, and like, you know, making sure that like nobody actually initiates war with each other. And the aerial combat is cool. However, while they're in the middle of fighting, the leader tries his best to get Harrison Ford to turn into Red Hulk, and he almost succeeds. However, the war ends, and New Falcon gets hit out of the sky, but Captain America has to keep fighting, so he pretty much got knocked out of the sky. I'm going to make it clear that I do not like the New Falcon. I just don't care. No, I really don't care. He's mid, to be honest. And then, so he's fighting around with his new shit after, you know, New Falcon gets kicked out of the sky and like uses his wings to cut through one of the planes and stuff. And then, he basically ends the what could have been World War III, essentially. So that was all hunky-dory, but he ends up going to the hospital with New Falcon because he feels bad that he got him in that situation. And then while he's in the hospital, we get the cameo from Bucky, which was really cool. It was nice seeing these two again after everything they've been through. apparently Bucky's running for Congress out of fucking nowhere. So that's interesting. I don't know how that got fucking started. Maybe I missed something by not watching something. I don't know what I've missed. I pretty much watched every movie. Well, technically not, but you know, I'm pretty much caught up on all this shit. I must have missed this somewhere. But yeah, he's running for Congress now, and tells him it's not really his fault, and you know, it is what it is. Don't hold yourself up on it. You know, you did a good job. And they talk about the super soldier serum, which honestly I thought he was gonna get the super soldier serum, because that would have actually been kick-ass. Like, that's literally one of the whole points of Cap. Like, what's the dude, like, what is with, like, people trying to reinvent the wheel so much so that they change stuff about characters so drastically to the point that, like, I don't know, it just doesn't work the way that they think it does. Like, with Peter Parker, now it's the norm to not have Uncle Ben be the main reason that he's all fucking, like, depressed and shit. And then now, Captain America, it's cool for Captain America to not have super strength, which literally is what makes him a badass. I don't know, dude. Like, that makes zero fucking sense to me. Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. I can't wrap my head around it, but I'm not gonna linger on it too long because it's just gonna piss me off. But yeah, apparently everything's all fine. There's a press conference about some of the stuff that Harrison Ford has done. While this press conference is going down, the leader ends up turning himself in, but before he does, has a heart-to-heart with our boy Captain America, and he's like, hey bro, like, I'm still gonna like ruin this fucker's life, like, he's a piece of shit, but I'm gonna turn myself in, don't you worry. Like, this is literally about to happen, you can't stop it. Out of nowhere. Honestly, it was unexpected. I thought the movie was literally gonna end, which was kind of anticlimactic, but I mean, this is even more anticlimactic. Like, he just literally turns himself in. That's it. That's how the leader gets taken out, is he turns himself in. Not a smart plan, from the words of our boy Tony Stark. Like, that's fucking weird, dude. And then he does, and then when he does, he ends up getting Harrison to turn into Red Hulk finally. And Red Hulk goes on a fucking rampage. This was one of the best parts of the movie. Honestly, one of the more redeeming qualities of the movie was waiting for him to turn into Red Hulk. And honestly, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. However, to tell me that some fucking dude with no superpowers is able to go toe-to-toe with the Hulk, not any Hulk, the Red Hulk, with no superpowers. I don't care that he's got fucking shit from Wakanda. Like, there is no way this motherfucker is stronger than the Hulk. There's no way he gets beat to shit by this guy and isn't critically injured. But apparently it does. And then it gets to a point where they're fucking fighting. And I honestly had to take my mind out of it, because if I were to sit and linger on it, I would have been so pissed off due to the fact that, like, this motherfucker doesn't have super soldier serum, and Steve Rogers couldn't even go toe-to-toe with Hulk, and he had super soldier serum. So it's like, what the fuck? But yeah, they fight, and essentially, earlier in the movie, when he's talking to Cap about his daughter, he's like, he just would give anything to walk among the rosebud tree with the pink trees again, and spend some time with his daughter. Essentially, he fights Cap through the White House, and then not through the White House. He destroys, like, fucking jumps through the White House and all this shit, and then makes it to this area with, like, these pink trees. I forget what they're called. I couldn't be bothered to remember that detail. So they're fighting, and finally the shockwave from the Wakandan tech bursts through. However, Hulk rips one of the wings off. Like, he's going to town on fucking Sam, dude. There's no way that he's not dead, to be honest. But apparently he survives, and the way he calms Red Hawk down is by basically pulling a Black Widow, like, hey, big guy, sun's getting real low, type shit. And of all the people to do that, it's weird coming from him. Like, what should have happened? He should have got someone to fly in. Or what he should have did was fly away, go get his daughter, bring her to him, and then have her be the one to fucking calm Red Hulk down. That would make the most fucking sense, because she does it with normal Hulk. And that would have been a good way to have her character come back. Like, come on now, bro. Anyways, it wasn't as bad as I'm making it seem to be. But essentially, that's how the movie ends. He gets put into Rikers, whichever the place that is in the ocean that allows super criminals to be held. That's where he gets put. And, Captain America talks to him, and he's like, hey, bro, look, I know what you did, and you didn't want to do it. It's fine, dude. We chill. However, he's not the only one in this facility. This is where they actually put the leader, so he's also there. And then also Baron Zemo is still there, reading a book, which is really cool details that I missed the first time watching. But, so he talks to him a little bit, and then finally, Harrison gets reunited with his daughter and talks to his daughter. And that's pretty much the movie. And then Captain America goes back to New Falcon. New Falcon wakes up, basically tells him that he wanted to be Falcon because Falcon was just a guy. And they try to make it like some holier than thou shit that he's like now Captain America. But, like, I don't know, man. I'm barely sold on the fact that he's Cap now. I'm just kind of dealing with it. Like, the writing has been so mid that, honestly, I keep calling him Falcon. Because, like, what's the fucking point? He's just Captain America with wings. And not even just normal wings. They're vibranium wings now. Which... I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, I got some mixed feelings on it. Overall, the movie wasn't as bad as people are trying to say that it is. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not the best. It's not the best thing we've been blessed with when it comes to the MCU. But is it that utterly terrible? I don't think so. Like, it was fun watching. You know, was it the best thing out of the MCU? Definitely not by a long shot. It honestly felt like the first movie out of Sam's Captain America. Like, this didn't feel like Captain America 4. This felt like Captain America 1, but Sam's Captain America 1, you know? Like, this is his first movie as Captain America. And that's all I was looking for, was them to sell me on the idea of him being Cap. It does so way more than the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show ever did, so I appreciate that much. Yeah, is it the greatest thing? No. What saves the movie, definitely for sure, is the Red Hulk at the end. But even then, it's like, well, the way that it gets resolved is kind of sucky. But it was nice to see a Hulk do some destruction again. And yeah, the movie has its flaws though. It's way more grounded, and it has a lot of moments that make you feel like it's like the Winter Soldier. However, it doesn't stick the landing like the Winter Soldier did. It's definitely not up there among the great MCU movies, but it's definitely not down with the worst of the MCU movies, which is, you know, the Marvels. I don't even know, because I haven't seen the other movies that people say are dog shit, so I don't want to give my opinions on stuff. I know the Marvels is dog shit, though. I've seen shit on the Marvels that I just don't care. I honestly don't care about those characters either, to be fair. Besides Monica Rambeau, whatever, the cool chick in the white suit. Like, she's cool. But, like, Miss Marvel, could care less. Captain Marvel, she's mid. Like, whatever. Is what it is. But, yeah, overall, the movie was okay. It was average. Definitely somewhere in the middle, I would say, of being a enjoyable movie versus a shitty movie. So it's definitely like middle of the road. Could have been better. Could have definitely been way worse as well. I feel like the villain was cool in theory, but it needed a little bit more work to make it actually, you know, make more sense. Like, the writing team on this was kind of like all over the place with stuff. Like, I could see where they were going with a lot of it, but it just didn't stick the landing. That's been like a lot of the issue here with some of the Marvel stuff. It just doesn't stick the landing, at least for me. If I had to rate this movie out of 10, I would say that this is a solid 6.5 out of 10. Definitely not great. Definitely not bad either. Let me know what you guys think, though, down in the comments below. Let me know if you liked the movie. Let me know if you thought it was meh, or let me know if you thought it was dog shit. I genuinely would agree with any of those, actually. Like, I honestly don't care. This movie's like middle of the road. So honestly, it'll probably be depending on how much I end up like rewatching the MCU, and this is probably going to be like one of the least movies I am like rushing to see. However, as an experience, it was okay. I didn't feel like I wasted too much of my time. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to check out some of my other videos. And I will be doing, more than likely, the Daredevil show next. Not the newest one. I'm going to wait for the newest one to have all its episodes out. I'm also trying to get my fiance caught up on it. And I'm rewatching the first Netflix series with her. So I'll probably be doing a review on that. So yeah, got a lot to look forward to there, guys. This is a pretty long video. I wasn't going to make this that long, but you know, I like doing the breakdowns of the movies and then giving my initial thoughts. It just makes it feel a lot better. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys check out the next one, and I'll see you guys later. Deuces, everybody. Bye-bye.